Start recording. Stop recording. Speech off.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say that, the fifth generation iPod Touch. I just want talking about it because it gives people, it's hype. I feel hyped for it because it'll be a bit more modern, but yet still, iOS 9.3.5 is going to be slow. But if you want a more modern iPod, you might want to stick with the fifth generation iPod Touch. Because number one, it's a bit newer, and number two, its last iOS update completely lost support in 2016, which was pretty much 3 years ago. The iPod Touch 6th generation had ran iOS 8 to the present. There's a 7th generation coming, probably coming for iOS 13. So it's probably coming in like June or July or something. I don't know. I got the fourth right here. So basically what the fourth came in, it was not cracked. It has an 8 gigabyte storage. So we're going to turn it on. The fourth. I only had the fourth, but there we go. Apple logo. I didn't see the Apple logo. I mean the light coming from it. I don't see the actual logo, but you kind of get what I mean. If you have light perception, you'll kind of know what I mean. These screens do get cracked, even though they're older, they can still get cracked. This is about the only classic design iPod that is a bit modern, because this ran from
9:30 Thursday.
Woodsov kind of messed it up on this.
Screen.
Again, to fix this glitch, you just gotta press the sleep button / power button on top
9:30.
and wait a little while. About maybe 10 to 15 seconds and the glitch will be fixed, but this is running iOS 6, so what do you expect?
9:31 Thursday. Slide to unlock.
It has a good slide to unlock feature.
FaceTime. New stamp folder.
So we're gonna go
iTunes. Settings.
in settings.
Settings. Air. Wi-Fi. Bluetooth. Do not. Notify. General. Sounds. Right. Privacy. iCloud. Mail. Notes. Remind. Messages. FaceTime. Maps. Safari. iTunes. Music. Videos. Photos. Twitter. Facebook. Nike Club.
On iOS 6, it didn't even show all the apps. It didn't have any separate, it didn't have a separate setting for a specific app. Although it did have it for Facebook though, and for Twitter, and for Nike Plus. But I don't know.
9:32 p.m. Bluetooth on. Safari. Maps. Face. Right. Sound. General. Notifications. Button.
So I gotta go to storage
General. Button.
after pressing general. Or double tapping.
General.
Or tapping on general.
Back on. General. About. Stop. BP. iTunes. Spot. On. Pass. Restrict. Data. Keyboard. Enter. Reset. Internet. Accessibility. Button.
Okay. In iOS 7, accessibility was pushed somewhere towards the top of general.
Enter. Keyboard. Data. Restrict. Pass. Auto. Spot. iTunes. BP. Usage. Software update. Usage. Button.
Uses. This could be it.
Usage. Storage. 4.8 gigabytes available. 1.6 gigabytes used. Heading.
After all those apps I downloaded, only 1 gigabyte was used.
Audio Game Hub. 200 117 megabytes. Button.
Audio Game Hub is a bit... It crashes, you know.
Facebook. 137 megabytes. Button.
I don't use Facebook on this device, although I kind of want to see what it was like then.
Bible Gateway. 97.4 megabytes. Button.
Bible Gateway, I really need to get an old, like a really, really big app just to... I mean, this iPod isn't even completely full yet.
Messenger. 74.4 megabytes. Button.
74 Messenger.
Photos and camera. 70.3 megabytes. Shazam. iSays. Bop it. iSays. Tap it. 15.3 megabytes. Button. iSays. 29.1 meg. Tap it. Show all app. iCloud. Heading. Total storage. 5.0 gigabytes. Available. 2.6 gigabytes. Manage storage. But time since last full charge. Heading. Usage. 48 minutes.
48 minutes, wow. Usage is where storage is located, so go to settings, then tap on general if you're not a blind user, and then tap on usage. But if you are a blind user, swipe your finger on the screen to the right until you hear settings with voiceover, then double tap on settings, then swipe till you hear general, then double tap on general, then swipe until you hear usage, then double tap on usage. I don't know if this is for like...
49 minutes.
Oh, it even tracks how long you use it.
Standby. 49 minutes. Use time. Manage. Total. iCloud. Show. Tap. Ice. Bop. Ice. Shaz. Phone. Mess. Bible. Face. Audio. Store. General. 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 Set.
If you want to see how many apps are on your device, go to settings, general, then about.
General. About. Button. About. General. About. Name. Song. Videos. 1. Songs. 0.
Videos,
One.
1,
Photos. 2.
2 photos.
Applications. 14.
So there are 14 applications on this thing. Okay.
Capacity. 6.4 gigabytes.
It's literally 8 gigabytes, but
Available. 4.8 gigabytes.
4.8. So.
Version. SIP. Model. Serial number. Wi-Fi address. Bluetooth. Advertised. Diagnostics and legal. General.
Never want to show you...
Settings. Back button.
For you guys who have voiceover, never let it read your serial number. Never. Because if you do, you may get criminals involved. Especially if you're doing a YouTube video. So whenever I review the 5th generation, I am going to see, I'm probably getting a 32 gigabyte for sure. Because the last time I thought I was getting a 32 gigabyte iPod Touch 4. But since the apps are not really compatible to my liking, then I thought, well, let's just, you know, let's just hope it's on iOS 9.3.5. Even though it's going to be a bit slow, I don't care. In fact, some of the apps are going to be like today's apps. They just won't have a lot of, you know, updates.
General. Heading. About. Software update. Usage. Software update. Button.
So if you want to know what usage is, general, about, software update, and usage, that's what's at.
About. Software update. Button. Software update.
And just to clarify, this is iOS 6.1.6. Here you go.
Software. iOS 6. Your iOS 6. 1. 6.
Oh, play it again.
iOS 6. 1. 6. Your software is up to date. Your software is up to date. Your software is up to date. iOS 6. Your software is up to date.
I can't believe Apple actually lets you do that with VoiceOver.
Is up to date. Date to up is your software is up
Think again, Sherlock. It may be up to date for this device, but it's not up to date. Your 6 iOS is behind, buddy.
Soft general. General. About soft. Use it. Beep. I do. Spot. On. Passcode. Restrict. Data. Keyboard. International. Accessibility. Reset. Accessibility. Button. Accessibility. Access. Vision. Voiceover. On. Button. Voiceover. Accessibility. Back button.
This is what voiceover sounds like when you turn it off. When it says voiceover off, listen.
Voiceover off.
This is what it sounds like when it turns on.
Voiceover on. Settings. Voiceover. Speaking rate. Heading. Speaking rate. 45%. Typing feedback. Use compact voice. Off. Double tap to toggle setting.
When you first get it on voiceover on iOS 6, this is what you get.
On. Braille. Button. Rotor. Button. Language rotor. Button. Navigate images. Always. Speak notifications in lock screen. On. Navigate language rotor. Braille. Button.
Voiceover was very limited back in iOS 6.
Use compact. Use pitch change. Use phonetics. Typing feedback. Speaking rate. Speaking rate. Speak hints. On.
Heck, there wasn't even a typing whatever that is.
Speaking rate. Speaking rate. 45%. Adjustable. Swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the value.
This voice sounds kind of crazy.
Typing feedback. Button. Use typing feedback. Button. Use phonetics. On. Use pitch change. On. Use compact voice. On. Off.
Even this voice sounds creepy, but this is what you had to deal with back in iOS 6. On iOS 7, you had to deal with that. Yeesh. But even the compact voice sounded different.
Speech on.
This is what the current voice of Samantha Enhanced sounds like.
Stop recording. Button. Camera chooser. Back facing. Back. Button. Camera chooser. Back facing. Stop recording. Button.
Braille. Button. Rotor. Braille. Button.
On iOS 7, Samantha Enhanced sounded different. On iOS 8, there was the inclusion of more voices. In iOS 9, there was the complete roster of voices. And in iOS 10, that's when a couple new voices were added.
Rotor. Button. Language rotor. Rotor. Braille. Button. Braille. Braille. Contract 8 dot. Status cell. Right. Choose a Braille device. Heading. Searching. Dimmed. In progress. Search. Choose. 8. Contract Braille. Voiceover. Back button. Voiceover. Accessibility. Back button.
And to show you the only Braille displays that are compatible with an iOS 6 device is the Refresher Braille 18 and an Orbit Reader 20. I forgot what that word is. Emulating an Orbit Reader 20 emulating a Refresher Braille 18 where only 18 of the 20 cells are shown. The first 18 of 20. Yikes. Who knows, maybe with the 5th generation iPod I might be able to record videos. Who knows? Only time will tell, right? I'm gonna do a review and comparison of both iPods. As long as I don't crack this one first.
Home. FaceTime. Double tap to open. Screen locked.
Oh, that nice old lock sound.
9:43. Screen locked.
And it only does it once.
9:43. Voiceover off.
Do you do like... I can't even unlock this without voiceover. Look. Come on.
Voiceover on.
There we
Previous
go.
track. Button. Play. Button. Next track. Volume. Slide. Take. Slide to unlock.
How did I get
Slide with
that?
double tap. FaceTime. Screen locked.
Oh, no, whoa.
Third. Take. Slide to unlock. FaceTime. Voiceover off.
This is what the lock sound sounded like. Listen.
Voiceover on. 9:44. Screen locked. 9:44. Slide to power off.
Slide to power off. Now I'm gonna put this back. There we are. I think I'm gonna have to get a case for that. Anyways, I hope that iPod comes soon, because I can't wait to get this review going. It's gonna be a blast, I can tell you. It's gonna be a bit bigger than the fourth, but not too much bigger. It's probably gonna be like maybe probably about a quarter of an inch bigger. Or maybe about the size of the 5, I don't know. But, you know, this iPhone 7's not exactly a 7-inch phone like I thought. Does anyone really want to know? And do I really have an iPhone 7? I don't think so. This video is also going to be posted to my technology channel. And what exactly is going to be completely added by that? Oh, I even got the charger for the iPod Touch 4th generation. I think I might put that up before something happens to it. Come on. Alright. I'm gonna fold this. I'm gonna fold that up. There we go. I'm pretty quiet, I got a new charger. By the way, I cannot believe I don't even use this tablet anymore. I mean, I do use it, but not like I used to. There we go. I think, being that it will have iOS 9.3.5, I think it will have modern Braille display support. Like, Focus 40 maybe. Because I had an old iPad once, like I think it's the 2nd generation, to where it was on iOS 8. And it was able to connect to a Braille display. It was the Focus 40 4th generation. but it was 2016, and I had it since 2015, the Braille display. And now that I have a newer version, a more updated version with an actual menu button this time, let's just hope that iPod supports that. Because if it does, I am going to be living it up. It may not have all the modern features, unlike the YouTube app, or maybe even, like, I only need up to like 32 gigs. I don't need the 64 gig, but it would be nice, but not all apps will be able to be on there. Like the YouTube Studio app may not even be on there, due to it probably running iOS 10. There's probably not even a compatible version, but there probably is on the iPod Touch 5th generation. But it's not the 6th. I was wanting the 6th, but it's modern. It's like up to date. Like literally, it's up to date. Like I said, if it comes with a charger, I'm okay. If it doesn't come with a charger, don't worry. Like, I mean seriously, all of this technology stuff began when I always wanted a note taker from like the early 2000s. The Braille and Speak Scholar with Double Talk. Well, then when I couldn't find that, I was like, I've always wanted an iPhone 3GS to see what it's like. But then I thought, I don't really need another phone, do I? Not that I do have a phone, but I guess I do, but I don't know. But then I thought, why not just get the iPod Touch 4th generation and see how it holds up to today's standards. Phew! But what I didn't know was that Google took away support of the old YouTube app for iOS 6 users. And up until about iOS 8, I bet since that demolish of that old YouTube app, they got a newer version, because I believe there was like a newer version that had home, trending, subscriptions, and account at the bottom. Not home, trending, subscriptions, inbox, and library. And get this, home, trending, and subscriptions, they are still the same. Just account is not a tab, it's a button. You'd have home, heading, search button, account, or your account button. Not home, but it would have video, and then it would have record, go live. The older version of YouTube wouldn't have that, and even if it did, it would be up to 100 subscribers, which I do have over 100. I might even trying to see if I can get into the edit field, because on the old YouTube app, I can't do that. And since iOS 9, voices, like I had iOS 8 before iOS 9. So when it came time for me to update, I was like, the voices were like 20%. What? 20%, 25%, 30%, or something like that. 30% was like my norm. But then, when I saw 30%, I said, no, now I gotta raise it twice as high. So it went up to 40%, 50%, 60%, or something like that. for pretty much the first few months of using an iPhone, I've used like the Samantha default voice, which was not bad, but in iOS 7 we get the modern Samantha default voice. From iPhone OS 3 to iOS 6, we've had a pretty bad Samantha default voice. I don't know what I'm going to do for an Easter special. That iPod may be coming on Wednesday through Friday. If I know that person that's ordering it, they'll probably say it's coming Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. I know them. I know what they're going to say. It's going to be coming Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. And then it may show up. How cool. You know, I was kind of right that the iPod that I was getting would be coming on a Wednesday. But I wasn't right when the Bop It Extreme that I got came on a Monday. And it was used. And let me tell you, I didn't even like the Flick It. The Flick It felt like 1 hour. It was like loose. It was like real loose, and I was even wondering if it was going to actually register. The rest of the commands were fine until I brought the Spin It, and that's when I got the new Bop It Extreme. In which I spun the Spin It on that one kind of hard. And now it sometimes does register. Let me see if I can even get it. It's down there under a couple things. Flicking on this one is in black.
Beat Bop, solo, Box Bop, Beat Bop, Box Bop, solo. Flick it, pull it, bop it, pull it, spin it.
See, when I spin it, it doesn't even
Score.
register. I don't think it's my fault though, but I tried to take good care of this thing. If it weren't for me trying to accidentally bump it barely into anything, man, the commands are...
Pull it, bop it, pull it, flick it, pull it, spin it, twist it,
There we go.
pull it, spin it, bop it, pull it, spin it, pull it, flick it, bop it, flick it, twist it, bop it, spin it. Score!
I think I need to...
Spin it! Pull it! Twist it! Pull it! Spin it! Dude, score! Twist it! Pull it! Spin it! Bop it! Bop it! Spin it! Pull it! Twist it! Flick it! Twist it! Spin it! Game over! Score!
I don't want to push it out of the socket at all.
Pull it! Twist it! Pull it! Flick it! Bop it! Pull it! Spin it! Bop it! Spin it! Flick it! Twist it! Flick it! Bop it! Pull it! Bop it! Spin it! Bop it! Spin it! Twist it! Flick it! Spin it. Twist it. Flick it. Spin it. Pull it. Twist it. Flick it. Twist it. Pull it. Flick it. Spin it. Twist it. Pop it. Twist it. Flick it. Twist it. Spin it. Twist it. Pull it. Pop it. Spin it. Game over. Score.
In 2001 in the UK, they sold those at Toys R Us.
Beat Bop. Solo. Box Bop. Beat Bop. Box Bop. Solo.
Yeah, I think it's kind of loose.
Beat Bop. Solo. Box Bop. Beat Bop. Box Bop. Solo. Beat Bop. Solo. Box Bop. Beat Bop. Box Bop. Solo. Pull it. Out. Dude.
Okay, I kind of done my pocket for the day. Ugh. Okay, again. Let's hope something happens. Goodbye.